Hi, welcome everyone. Today we will discuss how hormones regulate renal function. While the nephron structure provides the machinery for filtration, reabsorption, and secretion, hormones fine tune these processes to maintain blood pressure, electrolytes, and water balance. We will take the overview. The kidneys play a central role in homeostasis. Hormones regulate renal function by influencing tubular transport, vascular tone, and urinary concentration. This ensures proper control of blood pressure, electrolytes, fluid balance, and pH. So, what are the key hormones involved? Several hormones influence renal function. The most important are the renin, angiotensin, aldosterone system, antidiuretic hormone, atrial natriuretic peptide, parathyroid hormones, and erythropoietin. We will go through each in detail. First of all, the renin angiotensin aldosterone system. It is activated when renal perfusion pressure drops. Juxtaglomerular cells releases a hormone known as renin, which converts angiotensinogen into angiotensin 1. Angiotensin converting enzyme then converts angiotensin 1 into angiotensin 2. Angiotensin 2 raises blood pressure by vasoconstriction, stimulating aldosterone release, and enhancing sodium and water reabsorption in the nephron. So, this picture is showing how renin angiotensin aldosterone system acts when blood pressure falls. It leads to the release of renin from juxtaglomerular cells, which converts the angiotensinogen in the liver into angiotensin 1. Then angiotensin 1, in the presence of angiotensin converting enzyme in lungs, converts angiotensin 1 into angiotensin 2, and then angiotensin 2 causes four effects, causing vasoconstriction, salt and water retention, aldosterone release, sympathetic activity, and all these processes release to the increase of blood pressure. Next hormone is aldosterone. Aldosterone is a key hormone in sodium and potassium regulation. It acts mainly on the distal tubule and collecting ducts, increasing sodium reabsorption and potassium secretion. As the sodium is reabsorbed, water follows, expanding blood volume and increasing blood pressure. So, aldosterone functions when there is stress response, childhood sexual development, supporting the body while pregnant, using nutrients from food, balancing salt and water levels in the body, managing blood glucose levels, manages blood pressure, maintain balance between fluids and salt. So, this picture is also showing the effects of aldosterone. Aldosterone lead to sodium retention, causing high blood pressure in different sort of medical conditions. Then next hormone is antidiuretic hormone, also known as ADH or vasopressin. ADH or vasopressin is secreted by the posterior pituitary gland in response to high plasma osmolality or low blood volume. In the collecting ducts, it increases aquaporin channels, allowing water reabsorption into the hyperosmotic medulla. This leads to conservation of water and produces concentrated urine. Here you can see posterior pituitary gland is secreting ADH or vasopressin hormone, which acts on the adrenal gland and leading to the diuresis. Then next hormone is atrial natriuretic peptide ANP. ANP is secreted by atrial cells when blood volume is high and atria are stretched. It reduces sodium reabsorption in the collecting ducts, increases glomerular filtration rate by dilating the afferent arterioles, and ultimately decreases blood volume and pressure. It acts as a counter-regulatory hormone against renin, angiotensin, aldosterone system, and antidiuretic hormone. So these are the effects of natriuretic peptides in the heart. It leads to cardiac load reduction, hypertrophy inhibition, and fibrosis inhibition. In kidneys, ANP increases sodium and water excretion by renin, angiotensin, aldosterone inhibition, GFR increase, and renal sympathetic nervous system inhibition. Then next hormone is parathyroid hormone. Parathyroid hormone regulates calcium and phosphate handling in the kidneys. It increases calcium reabsorption in the distal tubules while decreasing phosphate reabsorption in the proximal tubules. This ensures adequate calcium retention and proper bone and metabolic function. As you can see, parathyroid hormone effects on the bones. It releases calcium in kidneys. It reduces calcium clearance, vitamin D activation in intestine. It also activates vitamin D, help to absorb calcium in the gut. Then next hormone is erythropoietin. Although not directly involved in filtration or reabsorption in the kidneys, erythropoietin is a critical renal hormone. It is released in response to hypoxia and stimulates red blood cell production in the bone marrow. This enhances oxygen delivery to the tissues and is impaired in chronic kidney disease, leading to the anemia of chronic disease. So this picture is showing the role of erythropoiesis caused by erythropoietin. Hypoxia inducible factor is degraded under conditions of normal oxygen tension, but in anemia or hypoxia, it promotes gene transcription of erythropoietin. What is the clinical relevance? Clinically, understanding hormonal control is essential. Renin angiotensin aldosterone system inhibitors like angiotensin converting enzyme inhibitors and angiotensin receptor blockers are widely used in hypertension and heart failure. Antidiuretic hormone disorders cause diabetes insipidus or syndrome of inappropriate ADH secretion. Erythropoietin deficiency leads to anemia and chronic kidney disease requiring supplementation. ANP analogs are being studied for managing volume overload in heart failure patients. To conclude, hormones regulate kidney function by adjusting filtration, reabsorption, and secretion. This maintains blood pressure, fluid, and electrolyte balance. Disruption of these pathways underlies many clinical disorders, making hormonal regulation of renal function as a cornerstone of physiology and medicine. So this is it from today's lecture. We will see you in next lecture very soon. So best of luck to all of you. Goodbye.